All right, guys, just want to do a quick overview. This is JIMBO, Auto Detailing Podcast, obviously. I get a ton of questions about, maybe I could do this. I get a ton of questions about my mobile setup, what works best, and a lot of people are like, what do you mean you don't have a pressure washer anymore? See, when I started with a pressure washer. I started with a big 100-gallon water tank, a van, a trailer. I've had all the mobile setups, and so I really wanted to reduce it down to kind of the most, would it work better if I was like that? I really wanted to break it down to what is the most efficient, effective, with the least amount of chemicals possible. So that's kind of my latest setup. Again, this could be always changing, usually always is changing, but I wanted to kind of show you because so many people ask about my current setup. So I wanted to give you kind of a grand tour. Again, this is probably not the best setup, and there's a ton of flaws with it, but it's the setup that I got going on now. So let me flip that around. So this is a 2016 Toyota Tundra SR5. I have the backflip thing, and it drops down, obviously. So here we go. Chemicals. Let's see, where's my finger? Chemicals right here. Tire shine with the brush that I use. Towels, all organized, folded up. Also, like gloves and brushes and random stuff right there. I usually will just pull this out like that. Bucket, single bucket of water. There we go, sorry. Single bucket of water with my waterless solution in it, or rinseless. Little 3-step ladder, Honda generator. If we move back over this way, extra extension cord. That would be a pad washer. That is my polisher. Underneath my polisher back there is my VX 5000 steamer. This box right here, which I replace from time to time. Sometimes I go without the box, but I really need to get like another milk crate, is for the dirty towels. You could see the rigid vac right there with the longer hose. And one thing I'm not super stoked on is where I store the extra gallons of stuff, way back there. But I have this rack. I actually got this rack from Costco. Let's see if I can get it better. And I have little plastic bins in there. That's where I put the extra like pads and everything like that. Sandpaper. Usually I keep jumper cables because sometimes clients' cars' batteries die. Business cards. I'm trying to think. Oh, the extra attachments for the steamer. The hose for the steamer. All that is back there, and that rack was actually, I think that's only a quarter of the rack. I had to cut it down to fit underneath the backflip. So that's it. That's a really, really basic setup. This is by far the most basic setup I've ever had, but it works. I'll admittedly say it doesn't show the best when I'm all spread open like this. Good analogy there, Jimbo. It doesn't show the best, but it's what I'm working with. So that is, if this would be like the budget conscious setup. And a lot of people ask me like, oh, what about, well, I bring my own water, or I bring my own power, but what about water? And the truth is you can just use the customer's hose. I don't personally do a lot of fleet washing anymore, so I don't have to worry about having the big water tank and all that. And if I do need a pressure washer, I could bring one with me that I have at the house, but I don't worry about that too much. So this is the budget mobile detailing setup, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So if you have any questions, I'll post the links to the products I have below, which would be the vacuum and stuff like that. Obviously as many products as I can think of, I'll post below. But that is my current mobile setup. Again, it'll probably change here in a year or so because I like to change things up. But it works for me, and maybe it'll work for you.